Obtaining a U.S. green card, which grants you lawful permanent residency in the United States, involves a complex process that generally requires approval from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. There are several pathways through which you can apply for a green card. Family sponsorship. 1. If you have immediate family members who are U.S. citizens or green card holders, they may be able to sponsor you for a green card. Employment-based green cards. 1. If you have a job offer from a U.S. employer or possess extraordinary skills in a particular field, you might be eligible for an employment-based green card. Diversity Visa, DV, Lottery. 1. The DV Lottery program, also known as the Green Card Lottery, provides a limited number of green cards to individuals from countries with historically low rates of immigration to the U.S. Asylum or refugee status. 1. If you have fled your home country due to fear of persecution or violence, you might be able to apply for asylum or refugee status, which can eventually lead to a green card. Investor visas. 1. Certain investor visas, such as the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program, allow you to obtain a green card if you invest a substantial amount of money in a U.S. business. Special programs. 1. There are various special programs that might offer a path to a green card, such as the Cuban Adjustment Act, the Violence Against Women Act, VAWA, and more. The specific steps and requirements for each pathway can vary significantly. In general, the process involves these common steps. Determine eligibility. Determine which green card category applies to you based on your circumstances and qualifications. File the immigrant petition. Depending on your eligibility category, you or your sponsor, such as a family member or employer, will need to file an immigrant petition on your behalf with USCIS. Wait for visa numbers. Some categories have numerical limitations, and you might need to wait until a visa number becomes available for your preference category and country of origin. Apply for adjustment of status or consular processing. Once a visa number becomes available, you will either apply for adjustment of status, if you're already in the U.S., or undergo consular processing, if you're outside the U.S. Attend biometrics appointment and interview. USCIS will likely schedule a biometrics appointment to collect your fingerprints and photograph. If required, you will also attend an interview to discuss your application. Wait for decision. USCIS will review your application, conduct background checks, and make a decision on your green card application. Receive green card. If your application is approved, you will receive your green card, which grants you lawful permanent residency in the U.S. It's important to note that immigration laws and procedures can change, so it's recommended to visit the official USCIS website or consult with an immigration attorney for the most up-to-date and accurate information before beginning the green card application process. Becoming a U.S. citizen involves a process called naturalization. Naturalization is available to lawful permanent residents, green card holders, who meet certain eligibility requirements. Here's an overview of the steps to become a U.S. citizen through naturalization. Meet eligibility criteria. 1. Be a lawful permanent resident, green card holder, for a specific period of time, usually 5 years, or 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen. 2. Be at least 18 years old. 3. Have continuous residence and physical presence in the U.S. 4. Demonstrate good moral character. 5. Demonstrate basic knowledge of U.S. history and government. 6. Be able to read, write, and speak basic English, with exceptions for certain age and residency combinations. Complete Form N-400, Application for Naturalization. 1. File Form N-400 with U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS. 1. This is the application for naturalization. Fingerprinting. 1. After submitting your application, USCIS will send you a notice for biometrics, fingerprinting, appointment. Interview. 1. USCIS will schedule an interview for you at a local USCIS office. 1. During the interview, you will be asked questions about your application, background, and your knowledge of U.S. history and government. Civics and English test. 1. As part of the interview, you will be required to take a Civics, U.S. history and government, and English test. 1. The questions for the Civics test are based on a set list of questions provided by USCIS. Decision. 1. After the interview and tests, USCIS will make a decision on your application. 1. You might receive a decision immediately after the interview or through a notice later. Oath of Allegiance. 1. If your application is approved, you will be scheduled to take the Oath of Allegiance at a naturalization ceremony. 1. This oath marks the final step in the naturalization process and officially grants you U.S. citizenship. Receive Certificate of Naturalization. 1. After taking the Oath of Allegiance, you will receive your Certificate of Naturalization, which serves as proof of your U.S. citizenship. It's important to note that the naturalization process can be complex, and eligibility requirements can change over time. It's recommended to consult the official USCIS website or seek advice from an immigration attorney or legal expert for the most accurate and up-to-date information about becoming a U.S. citizen through naturalization.